We have talked frequently with people from all different sectors about Indiana County's economy and about the need to have an economy that is diverse. Education is involved in it. Certainly retail is a big part of our economy, but manufacturing is a very essential part of it as well. And that is what we're going to be talking about this morning. Chantal Townsend is on the air with us this morning. H&W Global Industries in Blairsville is a very good manufacturer here in Indiana County. And we've been hearing, Chantal, about all of these Manufacturers Day spots that have been running. What is it? And, well, first of all, let me say good morning to you.
Good morning.
It's good to have you with us. Our conversation brought to you by Marcus & Mack, a law firm representing injured people. So what is Manufacturers Day?
So Manufacturing Day is actually a national day, which started in 2011. But on October 2nd of 2014, it was actually officially declared Manufacturing Day on the first Friday of every October during President Obama's administration.
Mm-hmm. And that is, of course, not only just a commemoration type of thing, but it's a day that not only celebrates, but really helps folks to understand how important manufacturing is to every area's economy, and ours is certainly very much dependent upon it.
Yes, absolutely. The main reason that day was developed, like you said, back in the day we had the rough and tumble manufacturing, and today's manufacturing is much more modern. So we're trying to open our doors to the potentials of modern manufacturing to promote interest in manufacturing careers and to show the work that we do as well as the workers that do it. You spoke about education and different other industries within Indiana County, and manufacturing also being at the top of it. We need a lot of skilled workers, and we hear a lot about workforce development in today's lingo, especially in the manufacturing world, because it is so modern. We need people that are having some more technical, skilled positions. I know at H&W Global, there's not many people that we can hire straight off of the street. Mm-hmm. In a lot of the manufacturers that participate even in the Indiana County Manufacturers Consortium, we train a lot of our employees. The biggest thing that you have to have is a willingness to learn.
Yeah. And, it's interesting you say that, and you cite the consortium. There are people here in Indiana County who are doing everything possible. We think of the Indiana County Center for Economic Operations, who helped to arrange our conversation today. We think of the Tri-County Workforce Investment Board. We think of the Chamber of Commerce. Everybody who understands that manufacturing is such a key, and you can come into it with your basic skill sets, and the manufacturers are so interested in people of talent and skill that can be developed that they're going to take you and really nurture you through the process to make you into a very, very viable employee and give you skill sets for life.
Yes, and I know that through participating in the Indiana County Manufacturing Consortium, we have extensively tried to work with schools and other local tech schools, organizations, whether that be from high school to something like the Indiana County Tech School, the Indiana County VOTech.
ICTC.
Even into some of the colleges. So many of the manufacturers will open their doors. We'll show you what we do outside of October 2nd. Mm-hmm. It just takes a phone call. And many, many people that have come through our facility in particular, and I know, again, some of the other membership, people are shocked at what we do because it is not the image that we grew up with as to what manufacturing is today.
Well, let's use your company as an example, H&W Global Industries. When people see that moniker and then they think metal finishing and coatings, they might not have any idea what that means. So tell me how you grab people off the street, as you put it earlier. How people come to you and are developed into workers who are really experts in this field.
Yes, we actually have several of our employees right now sitting through a certified electrofinisher course. We invest heavily in workforce development, but like you said, we do high-quality metal finishing, we do electroplating and industrial coatings, and our primary industry is aerospace, space, and defense. We also get into a little bit of high-end commercial. so many people, we're like this best kept secret. Nobody knows that we're doing this kind of work in a small town of Blairsville.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. So give me a size estimate. What's the workforce at H&W?
Right now, we're over 45 employees.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We've been transitioning, and actually, through all the turbulent times here in the last few months, we have actually been very blessed that within our industry, we have hired people over the last several months. Myself personally, I still hold a corporate officer position with H&W Global, but I've also branched off and started my own company, CH Insights, where I'm doing some consulting work with H&W Global and rehauling a training program. So again, another extensive investment in training.
I was going to ask you about CH Insights. That's what you're doing, huh? That sounds like a really fascinating offshoot.
Well, it helps that I worked there for 10 years in the daily, everyday runnings of the business. And I have a varied background. We joke around that I'm a jack of all, master of none. I actually have a 4-year degree from IUP in nursing, and I worked in acute care for 11 years. I have 10 years in manufacturing, and I've dabbled in all aspects within the business, from HR to quality to overseeing the lab. So trying to take all that I learned and actually do something with it.
Sure. And why not? Your life experiences are going to inform you most of all. Tell me about the Indiana County Manufacturing Consortium. You've mentioned them a couple of times, and it is a very diverse group of folks with a common interest.
Absolutely. We call it the ICMC, for Indiana County Manufacturers Consortium. It is a nonprofit. They exist to help each of its members individually and collectively become successful competitors, both through, we produce things locally, regionally, nationally, even internationally. Mm-hmm. So like you said, being diverse, it's diverse in that kind of realm. We do things, we have people in the aerospace industry, we have machinists. We're producing things that you see every day. There was a company that was producing I think it is Enersol. It's shoe insert.
The gels,
Yes, and they actually were used by some of the NFL teams, and they're produced locally. Mm-hmm. They have, the biggest mission is to identify and address the needs of the participating manufacturers, and we do this through networking, sharing ideas, partnering. So on days like Manufacturing Day, under normal circumstances, a lot of us had opened our doors, and we even got buses of students that went from one facility to the next. We coordinated one year, several years ago, with Clark Metal Products in Blairsville. And the students were able to go into their facility and see a little trinket being machined. And then those trinkets came over to H&W Global with the students, and we showed how to finish them, and then the student was able to take it home. So they were able to see kind of a start to finish, not only in manufacturing, but within the manufacturers, and a start to finish product.
Mm-hmm. And 2020 being the evil year that it has become, obviously it's much more difficult to do things like that on Manufacturing Day. But what are some of the things that are being done today?
A lot of, I know one of the other members is they did a virtual day. They had the capability to have a virtual day, and that people could go online and see the different things that they did. And don't quote me, I do believe that is MGK.
Okay, I won't quote you.
They have a facility locally and also up in Brookville, PA.
Uh-huh. Well, that's a good thing. And these companies all want to remain strong, want to remain viable, and the only way they can do that is by having good people. And so promoting manufacturing, going out and work in the field in order to get the contracts that are needed to stay in business. It's a competitive thing, isn't it?
It is very competitive. I know for H&W Global specifically, since we're not working in that commercial world, we have to go with the ups and downs of the defense. Our prime customers are government customers. Some of the things that we're producing, when it gets to the very end person that's going to use it, you're talking the Navy, the Army, the Air Force. Mm-hmm. So just like everything, you have ups and downs, you have hills and valleys, and that's the biggest challenge for a lot of manufacturers is, you got to have enough diversity to fill in the valleys so that you can make it through times like 2020 and into the future.
Yeah, and of course, Indiana County has had a very, very close connection with government and with the defense industry going back to, before World War II with the coal manufacturing capabilities that coal gave to our region, and with Congressman Murtha and what he was able to do in bringing defense industries to our entire region. And, of course, he represented Indiana County along with his big congressional district. But it's always been an important part, the defense industry. Yours is not the only company involved in defense contracts, but that's just one sector, and it's such a broad area, and so many people are involved in it, and so many jobs here in Indiana County are dependent upon it, that the manufacturing sector has to be a strong part of Indiana County, or else Indiana County is going to be in a really, really bad place.
Absolutely agree with that. You spoke about Mr. Murtha and the business that he did bring in regionally. A lot of those machine shops and things like that, the big industry with that was in Johnstown, but that's actually a lot of the customers that we have. Mm-hmm. So that is still alive and well. It has changed and evolved, but it's not going anywhere. And I guess the best thing I can say is on Manufacturing Day, just take the time to look at some of the industries that are around. I think people will be very surprised at how much we really do to support local and regional economies.
Yeah, I think people would be surprised as well that the Jimmy Stewart Airport has a big role in the manufacturing basis, from people being able to come in here. Any improvement at the Jimmy Stewart Airport is also going to help the manufacturing base, of course, the Arnold Palmer Regional Airport as well. So we are very well grounded by the fact that we're very well aired here in Indiana County. Chantal, thank you so much for coming aboard to visit with us and talk about Manufacturing Day today. There's so much more so many different directions we could take with you today. But folks want to learn more about manufacturing in Indiana County or about H&W Global. What do they need to do?
Well, for H&W Global, like I said, we're located in Blairsville. You can also go to the website, www.hwgii.com. And for the Indiana County Manufacturing Consortium, you can... when you look it up online, you'll actually go to the Tri-County Manufacturing Consortium, and it will be broken down into Armstrong, Butler, and Indiana. And just select on Indiana, and it'll give you a whole wealth of information.
It's a beautiful thing. Chantal Townsend, thank you so much for visiting with us today.